Have you ever thought about hiking through a swamp? Sounds challenging, doesn't it? Swamps, with their unique ecosystems, offer a different kind of adventure from your typical mountain or forest hike. They are home to an array of wildlife, lush vegetation, and let's not forget the mystery that the murky waters hold. But embarking on a swamp hike is not for the faint-hearted. It demands a different level of preparation and safety considerations. You'd be dealing with muddy terrain, unpredictable weather, and possibly a few critters along the way. However, with the right knowledge and gear, it can be an exhilarating experience to remember. Swamp hiking is not just about the challenge, it's also about embracing the beauty of these diverse habitats, understanding their importance, and learning how to coexist with the wildlife that calls these swamps home. Stay tuned as we dive into 10 crucial tips for a successful and safe swamp hiking experience. Understanding your terrain is key for any outdoor adventure, and swamp hiking is no exception. The swamp, with its marshy ground, tangled vegetation, and teeming wildlife, is a unique ecosystem that requires special attention. Unlike a mountain trail or a forest path, a swamp changes with the seasons, and even throughout the day. It's a world that can look dramatically different at high tide compared to low tide. The ground you tread might be soggy and soft, or it might be firm. Vegetation can be dense in some areas and sparse in others. Knowing the terrain means understanding these variations. It means doing your homework before you set out, studying maps and tide charts, and getting a feel for the lay of the land. It means being ready for surprises and having the knowledge to navigate them safely. Because in the end, knowing your terrain means staying safe. And that's our #1 priority. Now let's talk gear. The right equipment can make all the difference. When it comes to hiking through a swamp, there's no such thing as being over-prepared. Your gear selection is pivotal in ensuring a safe and enjoyable journey. One of the first things to consider are your boots. Opt for waterproof boots that go beyond the ankle. This will not only keep your feet dry, but also provide support as you navigate through the swampy terrain. Next, let's talk about clothing. While it might be tempting to dress light for the heat, it's crucial to wear long pants and long-sleeved shirts. This serves a dual purpose. It offers protection against the sun's harsh rays and also keeps those pesky insects at bay. Speaking of insects, a good quality insect repellent is a must-have. Swamps are notorious for their mosquito population and other biting bugs. A DEET-based repellent can be your best bet against these tiny tormentors. A hat is another essential piece of gear. It can shield you from the sun, keep the rain off your face, and also come in handy to swat away any bothersome bugs. Now, onto your hands. You'll want to invest in a pair of durable gloves. These will protect your hands from thorns, sharp branches, and other potential hazards. And let's not forget about hydration. A sturdy water bottle or hydration pack is crucial. Remember to bring more water than you think you'll need. Swamps can be deceptively humid, and you'll need to stay hydrated. Lastly, a map and a compass. Electronics can fail, but these old-school navigational tools will always be reliable. It's essential to know where you're going and how to get back. In conclusion, choosing the right gear is about more than comfort. It's about safety, protection, and making your swamp hiking experience as enjoyable as possible. Remember, the right gear can help you navigate through the swamp with ease. Hydration and nutrition are crucial for any hike, especially in a demanding environment like a swamp. When you're out there, battling the elements and trudging through the marsh, your body is in a constant state of exertion. This makes it imperative to keep your energy levels topped up. Carrying enough water is a no-brainer. Water not only quenches your thirst, but also helps regulate your body temperature and lubricate your joints. In a swampy environment, where humidity can be high, you'll be sweating more, making hydration even more critical. As for nutrition, opt for high-energy snacks. Foods rich in protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats are your best friends on a hike. Think trail mix, energy bars, dried fruits, and nuts. These provide a sustained release of energy, keeping you going for longer. Staying hydrated and well-fed keeps your energy levels up, making your hike more enjoyable. Remember, a well-prepared hiker is a happy hiker. Swamps can be tricky to navigate. Here's what you need to know. Navigating through a swamp is not like a walk in the park. It demands a firm grasp on basic navigation skills. Compasses become your best friend in these situations. They are reliable, lightweight, and don't require batteries, unlike some of our modern gadgets. Now, speaking of modern gadgets, GPS devices can be a lifesaver in a swamp. They offer detailed maps and accurate location tracking. But remember, they can fail, run out of power, or lose signal. So, always pair them with a good old-fashioned compass. Understanding your surroundings is also key. Learn to recognize landmarks and changes in the vegetation or terrain. This can help you retrace your steps if you need to. Remember, getting lost in a swamp is not an option. So arm yourself with the right tools and knowledge to navigate this unique and challenging terrain. Swamps are home to a diverse range of wildlife. Respect is key. This isn't just some idyllic hiking suggestion. It's a vital part of preserving the delicate balance of these ecosystems. Picture this. The swamp is a grand living theater, and we are but humble spectators. Our role? To observe, to appreciate, and to leave no trace. Now, we've all seen those adorable pictures of people feeding wildlife, right? But here's the thing, it's not as innocent as it looks. Feeding animals can make them dependent on humans for food and disrupt their natural hunting behaviors. It can also expose them to foods that are harmful to their health. And let's talk about distance. Maintaining a respectful distance from wildlife is crucial for their safety and yours. Close encounters can stress animals and provoke defensive behaviors. Remember, we're guests in their home. Respecting wildlife ensures a harmonious hiking experience for everyone involved. Emergencies can happen. Here's how to be prepared. When you're out in the swamp, miles away from the nearest town, you are your own first responder. That's why it's essential to carry a first aid kit on every hike. But not just any first aid kit. Your kit should be tailored to the unique challenges of the swamp. Include bandages and antiseptics for cuts and abrasions, tweezers for removing thorns or insect stingers, and antihistamines for unexpected allergic reactions. Don't forget the snakebite kit. Snakes are common residents of the swamp, and while most are harmless, it's better to be safe than sorry. But having a first aid kit isn't enough if you don't know how to use it. Basic first aid knowledge is a must. Learn how to treat cuts, sprains, and fractures. Know the signs of heat exhaustion and hypothermia, both of which can happen in the swamp's unpredictable weather. If you're hiking with others, make sure everyone in your group has this knowledge. There's strength in numbers, especially when it comes to survival. Lastly, always have emergency contact information handy. This includes the local ranger station, nearby hospitals, and of course, your personal emergency contacts. If you're hiking in an area with spotty cell reception, consider investing in a satellite phone or a GPS distress beacon. These devices can be literal lifesavers, allowing you to call for help even in the most remote locations. Remember, the goal isn't to expect the worst, but to be prepared for it. This way, if an emergency does occur, you can handle it with calm and confidence. After all, the best way to enjoy the beauty and adventure of swamp hiking is to do so safely. Being prepared for emergencies is not pessimistic, it's smart hiking. Finally, remember to leave no trace. As we traverse through the wetlands, it's vital that we uphold the principles of leave no trace. This is more than just a guideline, it's a commitment to preserving the environment for future explorers. Let's start with trash. It's simple. Anything you bring in, you must carry out. This includes everything from snack wrappers to water bottles. The swamp is not our personal garbage bin. Next, we need to respect the flora and fauna. This means not disturbing wildlife or picking plants. It's their home, and we are mere guests. Lastly, leave what you find. This might be the most challenging principle to follow. We all love souvenirs, right? But in the swamp, what may seem like a harmless pebble or feather can be an integral part of the ecosystem. By leaving no trace, we ensure that the beauty of the swamp can be enjoyed by many generations to come. This is our gift to the future. So, are you ready to hit the swamp trails? Let's take a moment to recap the key points we've discussed today, ensuring that you're armed with the knowledge you need to have a safe and enjoyable swamp hiking adventure. Firstly, we dived into understanding your terrain. Recognizing the unique challenges of swamp hiking is crucial. Knowing what to expect, from marshy grounds to dense vegetation, will help you prepare better and ensure a safer journey. Next, we talked about choosing the right gear. Remember, your gear can make or break your experience. Investing in waterproof boots, breathable clothing, and a reliable bug spray will go a long way in making your trek more comfortable. We also discussed the importance of hydration and nutrition. Swamps can be humid and can make you sweat more than usual, so staying hydrated and well-nourished is key. Pack enough water and high-energy snacks to keep you going. Then we navigated through the art of swamp navigation. The idea is to stay on the trails, use a reliable map, and always be aware of your surroundings. Getting lost in a swamp is not an adventure you'd want. Our conversation about respecting the wildlife is something you should hold close to heart. Swamps are home to diverse creatures, and respecting their habitat is our responsibility. Remember, we are visitors in their home. We also touched upon handling emergencies. Knowing basic first aid, recognizing signs of distress, and having an emergency plan are all crucial. Always let someone know your hiking plans before you set out. Finally, we stress the importance of the leave no trace principles. Keep the swamp as you found it for future generations to enjoy. Carry out what you carry in and respect all signs and trail markers. With these tips in mind, you're all set for your swamp hiking adventure. Stay safe and happy hiking.